Quality content is the lifeblood of the internet. Every great website needs great content to survive. Go without it, and your website will eventually the more visitors you'll receive. The more visitors you receive, the more potential money you'll make. The problem is, most websites don't have anywhere near enough of this great content because of three major obstacles. First, writing content takes a big time commitment, time that many of us just don't have. Secondly, creating content is just plain hard to do. For those of us who aren't naturally gifted writers, it can be a long and boring process. And lastly, paying to have someone else write content is expensive and can add up very, very quickly. With iWriter, we bypass these three obstacles, allowing any website to have great content without the personal time commitment, the naturally gifted writing ability, or the major costs involved with hiring someone else. Getting quality content is as easy as signing up for a free account, selecting the type of article you want by entering a keyword or phrase that best describes what you want written, and then clicking go. iWriter will then present your request to thousands of writers across the globe, ready and willing to write great content for you. Not only will your articles be written quickly, saving you hours of research and work, but with iWriter, the cost of hiring your own writer is as little as buying a single pack of bubblegum. Make your website great today by clicking the Get Started Now button below, and let iWriter work for you. Hello, and welcome to iWriter, the cheapest, fastest, easiest way to get high-quality writing on the internet. Today, through this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get unique content at a low price by using our website. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you want to go up to this link at the top of the page that says Get Content. You could also click this link right here that says Request Articles to be Written. Each of these links is going to take you to the exact same spot. So I'm going to go to Get Content. Now this brings you to the Submit a New Project page. Now we're going to go to the top of the page right here, and the first thing you're going to look at is project type. Now there's three types of projects that you can choose from. You could either choose to have new articles written, to have other articles rewritten, or to have an ebook written. I'm going to go ahead and choose Have Articles Written. Now the next part is the product description. Now obviously this is just a description of your product. The one that we usually go with for the default, I need 8 quality articles written about how to lose weight. General, but specific enough to get your point across. 8 articles on how to lose weight. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go down and you're going to select a category for your project. Now this one we have everything from alternative energy all the way down to science and technology, sports, writing and speaking. This one probably fits best around health and fitness, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to choose your article length. You can choose anywhere from 150, 300, 500, 700, or 1,000 words. I'm going to go ahead and click 300. Now these are minimum word requirements for your article. You can be submitted ones that give you more words, but you're asking for a minimum of, in this case, 300 words. And then of course you can choose what language you want the article written in. English, French, German, Spanish, or you can choose whatever language you wish by picking other. I'm going to go ahead and choose English. Next, you want to see who you're going to be submitting this project to. If you click the first one, Basic, this is going to make it available to all writers on the site. And now this is going to give you the lowest price too, so this is the cheapest option. Now the problem with this is that by making it the cheapest option and opening it up to all writers, you're going to get the full range of talent. You're going to get the best writers on the site, but you're also going to get some of the weaker writers on the site. It's guaranteed to give you the most amount of requests, but you'll have to go through it a little bit more to fine-tune quality. If you go to Premium, this gives you the next highest level of writer on the site. This will only submit to writers who have 4 to 5 star ratings on this site. Now these are writers that have been on for a while, that have worked hard by submitting high quality materials in order to get these ratings. And of course the highest is Elite, where it's only writers with between a 4.6 and 5-star rating. Now you may notice that when I clicked Premium and Elite, a new feature popped up, price per article. When you choose Premium and Elite, you can set exactly what you want the price per article to be. The higher you set the price, the more likely you are to attract top talent. But it's up to you exactly what you want to charge per article. I'm going to go ahead and choose $10 per article. For Elite, it's a minimum of $7 per project, so I'll put 10. Now this tells you when an article is written and submitted, you have 72 hours to review the article. So 3 full days to review it, either approve or reject the article. If you do not approve or reject the article in those 3 days, then it's going to automatically approve it and will charge you for that article. But if you reject, your article will be placed back into the queue of writers for someone else to write. You never have to pay for an article that you do not like. Now here in keywords, you're going to type exactly the keywords you want for this particular project. So I'll type in weight loss. Now I want you to see what I do here. When you put each different one on a new line, weight loss diets, you'll notice that the total project cost went up. When you put keywords on separate lines, this is indicating that you want 2 separate articles. So at $10 per article, this is 2 articles for a total of $20. If I put weight loss recipes, that makes it another $10, 3 articles at $10 each. Now let's say that you want multiple keywords for one single article. So I want to put all 3 of these keywords in, but I don't want 3 articles, I just want 1. What you do then is you put them on one single line separated by a comma and a space. Weight loss recipes diets. Now you'll notice I have 3 different keywords here, but the total project cost stayed exactly the same. Next, you go down to writing style, and you can select from a friendly tone, professional tone, or other, and then put in your own. It's completely up to you depending on what kind of tone you want to get across in your project. Next we get to article purpose. Now you can be as general or as specific as you want when you're filling in these spaces, but we really do recommend that you get across very clearly what you want. A good example for the article purpose is, this is for my personal blog. And then you have special instructions. Only recipes with high protein foods. Again, these are very general descriptions that I'm putting in. You can get as specific as you want. The more specific you get, the more likely you are to get people giving you exactly what you ask for. Finally, we have this on the bottom. Submit project to a list of writers. Now, if you're just getting started on the site, you're not going to be familiar with a lot of the writers on it, but the more you use it, you're going to find writers that you like and that you want to work with more and more often. That's the great thing about this site, is that it's really building a business and building a clientele of people that you like to work with, all within this one site. Now what you can do is start typing in a name. So I'll type in BA, and then you'll start getting a list of those writers, and they're organized by their ratings. So let's say we were looking for Barentina, and you can make a list of all the writers you want to send it to. Now down here you'll notice that it popped up keep reserved for. Now what this does is you can say how many days you want it only sent to these writers. So 2 days, 3 days. They'll have time to review it, look through, but if nobody responds within that time period, then it'll open up to whatever you put up here, either basic, premium, or elite. Now we recommend, of course, giving the writers as much time as possible to review, but if you are in a hurry, you can set it for 2 days, anywhere up to 10 days. I'll set it for 2. Actually, I'm going to delete that name right there. And then once all of this is set, you've got your project type, category, language, keywords, article purpose, special instructions. Then you want to hit Submit Project. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit Submit Project now. Again, it gives you that warning. If you do not review it within 3 full days, it will auto-approve and you will be charged for that. If you reject, it'll be placed back into the queue and you won't have to pay for it. Going to go ahead and hit OK. And now that'll bring you to the page where it lists all of the projects that you currently are requesting. Now the one that we just did is right here on the bottom, 8 articles on how to lose weight. And you can see, has all the information, the article cost, the word count you want, the writer type. Now if you notice these highlighted portions right here, all that indicates is what type of writers you were opening this up to. Yellow means you were opening up to premium and greater, blue means you were opening up to elite or greater. We kept it as standard writers, so there's no highlighting right there. And you can see all the details here. None of these are pending approval, so nobody's really submitted for these yet. For the one that we just submitted, there's no completed articles. Now I'm going to click on that and that'll open all the details. Now let's say that you made a mistake. You want to change one of these keywords. You're not really thrilled with the way that you set it up and you want to redo that request. If you want to delete that, then you click over here and you click Retract Request. Now let's say that I had done more than one article and I actually wanted to completely start over on the whole thing. Now in that case I would go over here and I would click Retract Project. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Are you sure you want to permanently retract this project? Yes, I am sure. And that will delete the entire project from the system. So now writers are no longer able to see this project and they will not be able to submit for it any longer. Now you can come back to the home page at any point to see the status of any projects that you've submitted. Now if you look over here on this side, the statistics for clients, this will tell you how many articles that you've requested. So right now I've requested 6 articles. Down here, articles being written. Now if there are writers currently on the site writing your articles, getting them ready for submission, this will tell you exactly how many are going on at any given time. At this point, no one's writing any articles. And this, articles completed, is when they're done. This is where you're going to go to review any of the articles that you want to see if you want to buy. In this case, 6 of the articles have been submitted, so I would go and I would click View, and I would be able to go through, review all the articles that have been submitted and see if I want to approve them or if I want to reject them. Any articles that haven't been completed yet will show up in this spot right here. And that's all you need to know. To get started, just click the Get Content button at the top of the page and get ready to start making new projects, meeting great new writers, and getting the best new material on the web. Hello, and welcome to iWriter. Today, we're going to show you how to use the website that gives you the quickest, fastest, and easiest way to make money writing on the internet. Now, in this short tutorial, I'm going to take you through all the different aspects that a writer needs to know in order to use this site. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the top of the page and click the Write Content button, or you can click the Make Money by Writing Articles button. Both of these buttons, they're going to take you to the exact same spot. So I'm going to click this one right here and we're going to get started. Now what this page does is it outlines all the different articles that are currently available to be picked up by writers. Now if you look, there's writers' earnings over here, and you're going to notice that some of these are highlighted. These are highlighted in blue, some of them are highlighted in yellow, and the ones on the bottom are not highlighted at all. These top projects are reserved for elite writers and premium writers. Now, most of you watching this video, you're going to be new to the site, so you're going to be what's known as standard writers. What elite writers and premium writers are is they've been on the site a while, they've submitted many projects, and they've got high approval ratings from the people that they've submitted to. Elite writers have a 4.6 or higher star approval rating, and premium writers have a 4.0 or higher star approval rating. Now you guys can get there eventually, but you need to submit high quality projects, get high approval ratings, and really work to getting to these elite statuses and the premium statuses. And you'll notice that up here for a 500 word count article, 810, for premium 500 word count, 405, for standard 500 word count, 243. So obviously the best writers are going to be the ones who are making the most money on this site. But that's fine, you got to start somewhere. Now if we look, you can see all these different projects that are currently open to apply to. And you need to get used to finding the right projects that you want to work on. And one of the first things you should start looking at are all the different requesters. Now the different requesters have reviews on them as well. They're rating the writers, but the writers are also rating them. So if we look at some of these reviews, you can see how some of these requesters are being received. So this one has 129 reviews. So let's take a look at him. Now this requester has an incredibly high overall rating. He has a 5-star rating. It seems like nearly every writer he's worked with has had a very positive experience. Thank you for the quick approval. Thank you very much. I'd love to write more articles for you. This requester receives 5 stars. So obviously this would be someone that people would be pretty happy to work with. We're going to go back to the previous page. And if you look, you can actually see his approval rating on the different projects he's received. This particular requester has approved 162 articles and only rejected 36, with an approval rate of 82. A very high approval rate. This particular requester has an approval rate of 90. 149 articles approved, only 16 rejected. Needless to say, if you submit to this requester and you follow all of the instructions and you submit a high quality article, there is a very good chance of getting approved and winning those writers' earnings that they are currently offering for the article. Now, once you've picked a project that or a requester that you think you'd like to work with, you go over here and you can click this little gray plus sign on the left hand side. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And it tells you which ones are currently available to be worked on. Now this particular requester does not have any available right now because a current writer is working on this article. He has 2 hours and 30 minutes left. So I'm going to go to a different one. I'm going to go down to this right here, and he currently has 1 article, but it is available to work on. It's a 300 word count article offering $1.62. Now once you've chosen which one you want to work on, you have these 2 buttons on the right hand side. You can go straight to writing the article, but we always recommend reading any special instructions from the requester. So I'm going to click this. Now, this particular requester is written in German, so I'm going to go ahead and pick one right down here. Bank fraud mortgage. Hopefully this one's in English. I'll click the special instructions. So, this requester, very straightforward, says that he wants a writing style in a friendly tone. The purpose of the article is a website, blog, and article writing, and the only special instructions is that you do your research. So they have 2 articles available, one on bank fraud and one on fraud department. So I'm going to pick the bank fraud article, and we'll click Write Article. You see, this brings us to the Write Article page. Now, you should know that every single article that goes through this site is run through Copyscape to ensure that it is 100% unique, written by you, and not taken from other writers off of the internet. If something is rejected by Copyscape and it is proven that it was written fraudulently, then you will be sent a warning. After 3 warnings, you will be banned from the website. So if we go down, the project title, bank fraud mortgage, category of real estate, the keyword bank fraud. They want a 500 word count article, and the earnings will be $2.43. From the moment that you get on this site, you have 3 hours in which to complete this article. So time starts ticking as soon as you get on this site. Always read the project instructions. the closer you follow the instructions, the more likely it is that your article will be approved and you'll be able to get those earnings. So this one, writing style of friendly tone, website blog, do your research. When you come down here, you can submit your article title. Now remember, you want to start looking back to these instructions. If it says a friendly tone, then feel free to have a little bit more fun and make a friendlier title. If it says professional tone, then obviously it's down to business and you want to just get straight to the point. This box right here is where you can write the article body. I'm just going to start writing a little bit in here. This is the article. And if you look here, it tells you what your word count is. Now this was a 500 word count article. Now remember, this is a minimum word count. You can certainly write more, but you cannot write less. So this has to be at least 500 words, could be more. Now, once you're all done, you could either save as a draft and finish your article later, but keep in mind that saving it as a draft does not stop this clock. You still have 3 hours in which to write this article. Or you can submit the article and it'll send it straight to the requester. Now remember, you want to only submit the most high quality articles you can, sticking as close to the project instructions as you can, because it gives you the greatest advantage toward your article being approved, and you can make the most money that you want to out of this site. And once you submit the article, that's it. It's out of your hands. The requester has 72 hours to either approve or reject your article. And that's all for today. Hopefully gave some good instruction for you to start using this site, start writing articles, making your own unique contributions to these websites and blogs, and hopefully making as much money as you possibly can. Have a great day.